I'm coming to you from the end of the video. There will be timestamps below if there's any specific thing you're wanting to check out, because this will cover a lot of ground. So with no further ado, let's get started. Welcome back to the channel for an unboxing video. It's a new gear day. Just got this from Sweetwater, and I'm very excited to try it out. So, as you can see, we got our standard Sweetwater fare. Happy New Gear Day. The candy. And you can see this is the brand new BOSS GX-1 effects processor. So this I learned about from NAMM. A friend of mine, Destiny Petrol, was actually part of the BOSS promotional materials for this at NAMM. And that made me want to give it a try, because this is, well, first of all, BOSS almost always makes excellent stuff. And this is a multi-effects unit with some neat tricks to it. And it has some amp sims and things of that nature. And for my recording endeavors, I think this might be an excellent addition, because I don't really like, I'm starting to go more and more to things like the, TC Electronics amp work stuff, which that's the box for the GEMS 800 I recently demoed. I'm still using miking amps and things like that, but this is a lot more convenient, like if you want to record late at night living in a residential area and things like this, really come in handy. And I've read some reviews. It seems like that they really like most people really like the effects. Not all of the amp models are their favorite, but I can take care of that. I just don't like using software pedals. Just something about it doesn't sit well with me. And then also, for playing out live in smaller settings, I think this would be great. So we have guide to setting up the device, instructions. Well, look at this. Batteries, because another thing is this can run, BOSS claims, for 4 hours on AA batteries. So let's see here. Of course, as not one would expect, power supply not included. And well, oh man, this is typical BOSS. Let's see, let me set this out of the way so I can demonstrate. That's metal. Wow, that's nice. It's supposed to have some neat tricks too, like the tuner. I think if this is the expression pedal, I think if you have it set to be a volume pedal in the heel up position, it's supposed to activate the tuner. It has a looper, and then dedicated buttons for FX1 comp, OD, overdrive, distortion, amp/cab, FX2, EQ, FX3, mod, delay, reverb, edit. Now I, like Phil McKnight, who I greatly admire and talk about a lot in here, usually hate doing a lot of knob tweaking, electronics, amp in an app type things. That's one thing about the Marshall code I had years ago I wasn't that crazy about. So, but I think that this, where it's not that expansive, might be up my alley to tweak some good sounds on here without it being, a session for doing, computer software editing, which nothing against that, just not what I enjoy doing when I'm wanting to play guitar. I like to plug and play. So I'm very eager to plug this up and test it out, because, and I think I started to make a point earlier and didn't quite finish it. So even if I'm not crazy about all the amp sims, I have other things I can use this for. This is $229, I believe, brand new off of Sweetwater. So I'm mainly going to use this as a multi-effects. And BOSS, obviously, probably the best effects company in the world, in my opinion, over the course of history. And I'm just really eager to try this out and see. It might really streamline my recording process. Taking a look at the back, we have the input, right and left outputs. That's the mono, phones, for the expression pedal, USB-C, and the power supply. And of course we have a nice little screen here. So I'm going to get this plugged up and let's see what it looks like once it's on and we're seeing these displays, because I think that these, I kind of thought they came this way out of the package. I think these all light up in different colors, and I think they correspond with some BOSS effects pedal colors, which is, I think, kind of cool. And if I get in here and they look like one-to-one comparisons, I'm looking over at my SD1, DS1, and DD3. Might even do a little bit of just a head-to-head comparison to see how close they get in sound, if that's something that I think this is supposed to be approximating. So, see what it can do. Okay, got it plugged up. So if you use the first knob, let's see, that does your various presets. Second knob, looks like that's the output level. It says memory level. I'm not sure what that means in all candor. I have to look that up. Let's see if you do that. Yep, heel down position activates volume. You can see, as I was saying, you have the various colored. The colors aren't, for some reason, aren't coming good. Like that's a very deep purple. That's like a bluish, purplish color. That's a darker blue. Gives you an idea of, makes it easy to tell what's what. Let's see, let's go to menu. Okay, let's see, it looks like, okay, you can use these knobs to go up and down through the menu. Then, we can see a little bit, so I'm guessing 1, yep. Then exit, 2 is global, yep. So it's fairly easy to navigate. Maybe not a 100% plug and play other than the presets, but it shouldn't be bad. Let's see, exit, yep, that gets you back there. There's the right feature. I think if I recall, you hit both of those, yep, goes to tuner. Back to, so this is just a very cursory, literally just plugged it in, take a look at it. So is it a little bit more involved than what I personally like? Yes. Nothing wrong with that. In fact, it'll be a good opportunity for me to expand my horizon some. So I am going to sit down, figure this out, and demonstrate some sounds for you. I'm going to go over a few other simple controls. This is the up button. This is the down button. The C1 button for each preset assigns a specific function. Like for this one, it turns the overdrive on and the modulation off. Go to the next one. You can assign what it does as well. Okay, we're going to the BOSS Katana using the Epiphone Les Paul Bats in Flight. EQ on the Katana is flat. This is preset 1, Modern X Drive. Very good. Going to 2. This is clean lead. And all the effects and reverb you're hearing are from the GX-1. Okay, this is Crunchy Combo. And MS Stack Drive. I'm not going to do them all, just do a few more. This is Clean Ambient. go with the neck pickup. A lot of delay on that. Just a couple more high gain lead. This is number 6. Back to the bridge pickup. One more. Let's try funk. Clean lead. Or just funk clean rather, but let's give it a try. I'm turning the output level up from 100 to 150 so you can hear it better. I have to show you number 8 too, because it's one near and dear to my heart. Edgy delay. Very nice. Okay, let's look a little bit about making your own sounds. We're on preset 22, direct clean. You see number 3 controls the output level. And if you want to adjust the cab and the amp, you go into this menu, gain, the type of Boutique Supreme. We're going to natural, keep it that way. Let's see, you have different mic types. But we're just going to leave it where we are here. Let's see, the twin. Let's go natural for right now. Because I want to show some of the effects. So then hit exit to get out of that. Turn on the overdrive now. Now, press and hold, type of overdrive, crunch, tube screamer, turbo OD. Let's see, let's get into lead. Point's starting to feedback. Rat. Let's go back to something a little more. Let's go to just a regular overdrive. And then go down to this level with this button. You have the 3 buttons for each of these. Turn the drive down, tone up, exit out of that. Say you want to add some reverb. Press and hold. Now we have to type, let's say, large room. Let's go down to the next level, turn the tone up. Let's turn the time up, turn the level up. Exit, back to maybe it needs a little bit of delay. Let's turn the delay. So let's see in the delay settings, standard. So up here, we can adjust the type, pan, reverse, analog. Let's go analog. Go down the next level. Let's turn the time down just a bit. Everything else looks good. And let's see, check our tuning. Heel up position. Oh, see, a little bit flat on the B string. A little bit flat, thought it was out a little bit. See, very easy to use tuner. But now, let's just say we're back here. We want to use that as an effect. And of course, standing up, this is going to be hard, but this is... And I love this because I've never had one of these before. Let's go to, let's see, I'm trying to remember how you get there. There we go. Look at this. Pitch bender. Let's just turn that off and get back to... Let's say we want some modulation. Oh yeah. So chorus, flanger, phaser, all kinds of different tremolo. Let's try a tremolo here. Let's see, go down to the next level, turn the depth up, and then let's go to let's turn the overdrive off. So, very easy. Show you a little bit more what it can do here. Now we go to edit, and you can see here there's various effects as you spin this. And let's say we want to move the order of the effects. You can change that. And then of course the various knobs do different things here. Getting the gear suite list. And I'm still admittedly figuring some of this out myself, but that's just another little thing I wanted to demonstrate, that you can get this additional level of adjustability in terms of the effects order and other things, and you're good to go with whatever sounds you were trying to create. Okay, one of the big features of the GX-1 is the ability to create your own presets. I am not one that likes to go through the menus. I really don't like using apps, but I have to say that it is actually pretty straightforward and easy to do with this device. So there is an app you can get for iOS or Android, maybe more, I'm not sure. I have iOS, and it syncs up with the device, and you can go into an individual preset and change the parameters either on the device itself or in the app, and it is instantaneously changed on the other. So very simple to simply save your changes in the app, and there they should be the next time you're on. So even though I am usually resistant to using an app on a device like this, and it usually is something that makes me steer clear, I have to say it's really straightforward in this, and I have enjoyed using it the bit I have so far. This next one should be fun. Using this G&L ASAT Classic, we are going to compare an actual BOSS SD1 physical pedal to the overdrive sound inside the GX1. And we're going to see how close they sound to one another. So let's see what they can do. I thought that was very impressive. They sound almost identical. I was trying to get the settings equal on both the SD1 and the GX1. And I think with just a little bit of tweaking, they would be identical. So the fact that the GX1 can so accurately simulate my favorite overdrive pedal of all time, most likely, and perhaps Boss's most famous of all time, so tremendously well is really impressive. Now I'm going to get some sound samples, lining the BOSS GX1 directly into my audio interface into Logic. So these will be lined in and not mic'd at all. This is probably how I'm going to end up using it the most because I want to take advantage of its versatility to get sounds that are beyond what I can get with the amps that I own and pedals that I own. And I think it's going to be really good at this. So let's see what it does. I'm going to try to get a good variety of clean and dirty tones, good variety of effects, so we can really put it through its paces and see what it can do. I thought all those samples sounded great. I tried to get a variety of a little cleaner stuff, different effects, crunchy, higher gain. I thought they all sounded fantastic going directly into the audio interface, which frankly is how I will probably end up using this the most, other than maybe the occasional live use of it. But man, I was really impressed. One thing others have noted, and I've thought about some of the high gain samples, they sound good, but maybe not quite professional quality, at least not without a little bit of tweaking. But man, I did not touch that brown sound, and I thought it sounded fantastic. It might be overall my favorite default sound I've gotten out of this thing so far. So man, that is really impressive. Final thoughts. I really like the BOSS GX-1, especially at $229 here in February of 2026. I think it does everything it's supposed to and does it pretty well. As someone who's not a fan of using uh, apps and a lot of submenus, like I've said many times in this video, I really do find it pretty easy to use. I'm looking forward to using it to record some. I think a great application for this would be something small and compact to take to a small gig, plug straight into the PA. You'd be covered with everything you need. A very easy to use tuner on the expression pedal, get some good sounds out of it. I mean, I'm really impressed. Now, I'm not pretending this is a full demo. It does more than what I've demonstrated. I've not demonstrated all the sounds. I'm coming from the perspective of someone who typically doesn't like to use this type of device. Getting it straight out of the box, and I've had it for about, 5 days now, I think, playing with it off and on, and I feel really comfortable with it. So, in terms of sounds, the effects sound really good, most of them. I will agree with I've read some of the amp models aren't the best, but they're still usable. Some of the high gain sounds are a little bit fizzy and don't really sound that accurate to a tube amp, but they don't sound horrible, and you can tweak them to make them sound better. And I will say, when I listen back to some of the things I recorded with it, whether it be into the audio interface or with the SM57, I liked it better than I thought I did live, I will say. But there are a lot of great sounds in here. I see it talked about being marketed for beginners. I wish I had something like this when I was beginning a little more than 25 years ago. More than sufficient for any beginner's needs in terms of effects. Experienced players, there's a lot to like here too. Obviously, BOSS makes more sophisticated things and more powerful things up the line, but for $229, this is a great deal. You can see how compact it is, very lightweight, still very sturdy though. The expression pedal, I mean, you can see not a lot of travel, but the pitch bending and wah is useful to have. Frankly, if you did a lot of that type of thing, you'd probably have a dedicated pedal already. But again, just to have something to throw in a bag and take to play live really quick or really simply, this would be fantastic. Again, multi-effects, you can create your own sounds. The apparatus is easy to use, sounds good lining it into the Katana, sounds good on its own, aligned directly into the audio interface. I mean, I really like it a lot. So please, if you're interested in one, do yourself a favor and check one out. Check out other videos on YouTube. I've not watched it. I think someone demonstrates literally every sound. It's a video that's over an hour, and I don't have time to either watch or record that. But if you're interested, go take a look. I think it'd be pretty easy to find on here. If I can find it, I'll link it below. I'll link below some other videos I've seen on this. But again, I recommend it. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Please like and subscribe. And until next time, keep on rocking.